Hello and welcome back to Func. I'm Colby Hawk.
And I'm Bryson Hallman. Thanks for tuning in. Tomorrow's Halloween, so do you have any exciting plans for some fun?
Oh, I do. Actually, it's even starting tonight. As you can see, I'm in my costume for Halloween today. You might not have heard of the show, but it was out a few years ago. It's It's called Space Force. It's a show by Netflix. It's a sitcom comedy featuring Steve Carell. You probably have seen some of his movies, right? You know, he does Gru and the Minions. He does all sorts of other different characters. So it's a really funny show. And when I watched it, I saw the production. I was like, man, that moon crater camo looks ridiculous. I've got to get my hands on that. So a couple years later, I had an opportunity to get an original set from production, and I gotta say, it's pretty sweet. I had to replace all the patches on it. Those were custom job myself, but this is an original set from the production 1 of 75, so pretty cool. I'll be taking it out for a spin tonight for some Halloween fun at the Asian Studies party, and seeing if I win best costume of the night. So pretty cool. And I don't know about you, but I also have some pumpkin carving in store pretty soon, either today or tomorrow. So pretty cool, huh? You have any plans?
Well, I'm going to see my girlfriend this weekend, yeah.
Very nice.
I'm going to be dressing up as a scarecrow. Well, actually, it's a funny story. I actually stole my sister's costume from last year, and I'm reusing it. So hoping to have some fun, maybe go to a Halloween party, and or just hang out at her place, pass out candy. She lives in a neighborhood. We'll probably pass out candy to the kids trick-or-treating, and
nice.
Should be fun.
Well, the one thing I have heard is that candy prices are up this year.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know all the specifics or the percentages, but I do know that they are up. I think that it was, I was reading about it, I think it's chocolate that has had the highest hike in pricing. So if you're looking for Reese's, especially like those Reese's pumpkins that everybody loves, or any of the other Hershey's or anything, then you might want to check those prices, because I think they might have gone up a little bit. But speaking of which, what is your all-time favorite candy to get in your Halloween bucket?
My Halloween buckets. Well, my favorite Halloween candy of all time are called bleeps.
Bleeps.
They're like Smarties. If that makes sense. But I'm really a fan of the tartness, the tart candy. If that makes sense, like sweet tarts. Yeah, that's my favorite.
Are you a big fan of Sour Patch Kids?
Sour Patch Kids, they're okay. If I eat too many of them, my tongue starts to
Yeah, it's the citric acid that makes it really sour. So too many of those, really too many of any of these candies probably aren't the best idea.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Sometimes you can't help yourself.
well, I guess Halloween is kind of the day for that. The one day in the year where I guess you kind of get a bit of a pass. So fair enough, right? Well, fortunately, the weather in the past few days hasn't been the best, but it does look like we're going to have some pretty good weather for the next few days. So let's take a look at the forecasts.
Now for today's word of the day, truculent. According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, truculent is a word that describes a person who is easily annoyed and easy to argue or fight. It can also describe the mood or attitude of such a person. This phrase can be used in the context of sentences such as, the rapidly approaching assignment deadlines have put me in a bit of a truculent mood today. Or, the truculent bully picks on the new student because he wants to cause a scene.
In sporting news, your Paladin football team takes the field this weekend against a talented opponent in the Mercer Bears. And with how the offensive has been playing the last 3 weeks, I'm quite skeptical about the Den's chances. Averaging at a mere 14.7 points over their last 3 games, the Paladins are often failing to play complementary football, forcing the defense to play near perfect just for an opportunity at victory. Nevertheless, we hope to see you at Paladin Stadium this weekend for what hopefully should be an interesting matchup.
Your Furman's basketball team opens the season on Monday, November 3rd against High Point University in the newly renovated Timmons Arena. After suffering a gruesome defeat at the hands of the Alabama Crimson Tide, 96-71, primarily due to the team's inability to make a free throw, your Paladins look to rebound against a strong but manageable opponent in HPU. A win to kick off the season would do well for a team morale and help kickstart Coach Richley's efforts to get the Dens back at the dance in March.
Finally, we conclude sports with the most volatile franchise in the NFL, the Carolina Panthers. Coming off a 40-9 thrashing by the Buffalo Bills, Carolina turns their attention up north to the Green Bay Packers. After turning around last season's 32nd ranked unit into a serviceable group, Defensive coordinator Ejiro Evero once again faces job security questions after his defense looked no better than the Swiss cheese. And facing even more dangerous Jordan Love this week only complicates matters for Evero. On the offensive side of the ball, Rico Dowdle's exceptional play compared to incumbent running back Chuba Hubbard appears to have earned the former undrafted free agent more touches. Additionally, quarterback Bryce Young returned to practice on Wednesday and appears primed to take back his starting position over Andy Dalton as the, quote, red rifle was never loaded against the Bills. And that's it for sports for today.
If your CLP credit count is looking ghoulishly low, there's a number of CLPs happening next week. On Monday from 5 to 6 p.m. in the Hartness Pavilion, the Politics Department is hosting a seminar titled How Democracy Shows Up Where You Live. As a part of the On Discourse Initiative's Democracy Teaching Series to help students and the campus community deepen their understanding of democracy in the United States. For more information on this event and the others happening this week, be sure to check out the CLP calendar at furman.edu.
In other news, we do have another brief update about the Louvre heist case. Pretty cool. I did actually hear on the news that they found 5 more suspects. Now that means it's up to 7 suspects in the case right now. They had already arrested 2, and they just got another 5 today, it seems. So it's up to 7, but little did I know, or little did a lot of people know, turns out authorities think that there might be an 8th person involved. So what that means is there's somebody still maybe on the loose, and also the diamonds and all the jewelry are still unaccounted for. So what do you think? Are things looking good? Or do you think we're going to be able to find these jewels?
I mean, hopefully they aren't already melted down, and already spread across the country. But I think it's insane that they even pulled that off in the first place, because that's a high-tech museum, isn't it? That's a really fancy museum.
Yes, I did hear, I was reading up on this a little bit, I believe that they actually had advanced security systems where I think it was like the display cases were bulletproof, and if somebody tried to disturb it, it would go down into a vault underneath it. And I've heard that a lot of those, or all of those, I'm not certain, were removed actually prior to this break-in. So maybe the Louvre might have to do some reconsideration on how this is going to work for security moving forward. Hopefully they'll be able to find things. I know they did recover that crown that was dropped. You might have heard about that a little bit, but things are not looking too great. It's been a little while, and I'm not sure how things are going to pan out. But one thing I am certain, I am going to be interested to see what this movie about the Louvre heist will look like.
For sure, definitely.
I think it was eight minutes in and out, right? So if there's 8 men and 8 minutes, I think you've got a pretty good running movie title. 8 men, 8 minutes, right? So we'll have to see what the creative license is for creating a movie on this, but I am interested to see if and probably when this is going to happen. So who knows? Could be a pretty interesting flick to watch. Anyway, with that in mind, that's it for today's show. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or stories, be sure to contact us at can'tstopthefunk@gmail.com. I'm Colby Hawk.
And I'm Bryson Hallman. We'll see you next time.